And so first of all, let's introduce the candidates to you. To my immediate right is Francine Busby. She is the Democrat running, challenging Brian Bilbray for the 50th district seat. Thank you for being with us.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for taking the time. And Mr. Bilbray, Brian Bilbray, as I said, won the election in June to finish out Randy Cunningham's term, and now both of them are running for the full term in the 50th district, which is in North County. There are some very few ground rules. This is a kind of a debate, but not really. It's more of a friendly town meeting. Each candidate will have a chance at the end of this session to look at the camera and address the camera and tell you why they think you should elect them. So what I've done is we have decided to flip a coin. We're going to do the coin toss here on the air for who gets to go first or last, who gets choice for the final statement. And so it was decided that Mr. Bilbray would call it in the air. I'm flipping the quarter now. Mr. Bilbray.
Heads.
And it is heads. So you choose what, Mr. Bilbray?
I will close to go last.
You choose to go last in the closing statements.
Yes.
So near the end of this program, Ms. Busby, you will be giving the statement first for 90 seconds, and Mr. Bilbray will be 90 seconds after that. Now we get that little piece of business out of the way.
Right.
Let's talk about the race itself. This race was not supposed to be close, but it has turned into a close race. If you read one survey done by Survey USA a few days ago that says that Brian Bilbray apparently has 49% of the vote in the 50th district and that Francine Busby has 46%. Let me ask each of you to respond to that poll as to what kind of support you think you have and where you think this election is going. And I'll begin with you.
You know, I always thought it was going to be close because it was close in June. And what happened in June was that it was about a 4.5-point spread in a district where no one even expected a competitive race. And that, to me, exploded the myth that this is some kind of a safe Republican seat because people cross party lines, they rose above party lines because they see the need to change direction and change leadership in this country. So independents, Republicans, and Democrats are supporting me. In fact, 98% of the money I've raised has been here, and it's from individuals who truly want change in this district and in this country.
Mr. Bilbray.
I think you saw that the polls grossly underestimated how much support we got. We were supposedly 4 down in the last election, and we were 4 up come election day. I think all of us know what's important is the election day polls and where the people vote, not where some telecommunication. And these polls go back and forth, and they should go back and forth. But I think that with the support I've received from people like Jerry Sanders and Bonnie DeManis and Sheriff Collender, it's that kind of community support that really matters when it comes down to the poll that matters, and that's the election.
Let's each talk about the district, the 50th district. What is different about the 50th district, and what does it need most of all from a congressperson? And I'll start with you this time.
I think what's first of all really essential is that 50th has gone without representation, and effective representation, for a long time. I mean, we haven't had our fair share of transportation funds, making sure that we get our fair share of activity. Like just now, just this week, I was working on trying to get immigration agents to come in and start cracking down on the illegals that are hanging around the streets of North County. I think the biggest issue is the effectiveness and the proven ability to work with people to get things done. Not make promises, not always attack, not always disagree, but be able to get both sides working together. Much like what I did with saving the cross on Mount Soledad. We were able to get together. I was able to get the Republicans and the Democrats to vote overwhelmingly for the cross on the House, and then to get the Senate to unanimously join in with an issue that Ms. Busby thought was impossible, said it couldn't be done.
Ms. Busby.
I didn't say it was impossible. I've lived in this district for 19 years, unlike Mr. Bilbray. I know this district. I love this district. We have enormous potential here with our biotech and our wireless and our high technology to not only change the lives of people here, but in the world. We have enormous potential. We have hardworking, entrepreneurial, independent people. They want a government that works. They don't want their excellent schools to be labeled as failures by a failed No Child Left Behind, which is happening right now. They do want to solve immigration, and they've seen for 15 years that this enforcement only has been a spectacular failure that's cost $20 billion, and they're smart enough to know that you don't keep doing the same thing over and over if it doesn't work. They want comprehensive reform that makes sense for all of them, legal and illegal immigration. And the people in the 50th district also value the environment. We have 5 of the remaining wetlands in the state of California. We have our beautiful ocean. And Mr. Bilbray's vote to allow drilling off the coast of the California was truly amazing, that if he knew and really believed that he represented this district, that vote would never have taken place. I would not have cast that vote.
Maxine, have you read the bill?
Excuse me.
Francine, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Ms. Busby, Have you read the bill?
I know that the
Have you
governor,
read the bill?
Schwarzenegger, the governor of Oregon and Washington, have made a pact to protect our coast from that bill.
Well, the sad
to
part
protect
about
our,
it, the sad part
environment and our
the sad part about
tourist
it is
industry and our marine habitats from that bill.
So the answer is you have not read the bill. I read the bill. Let me tell you something. The reason why I voted yes, it allowed us to guarantee no oil rigs for 50 miles, and the state can control it to 100 miles permanently. That doesn't exist today. How could you vote against a bill that would give us the ability to stop offshore oil permanently?
Because you and I know the state now has to pass a resolution every 5 years to continue to protect our coast from oil companies, and that oil companies are the biggest lobbyists in Washington, and they are going to be paying and pressuring our legislators to do what they have tried for 25 years to do, and what you let them do, which was reopen our coast to drilling. It will only give them 8 months at the most worth of oil. You cannot drill your way to energy independence, which is what we need in this country and in this district. Clean, renewable energy.
The difference is I have voted consistently to stop offshore oil. You have never even showed an interest in this until you wanted to go to Congress. I've been interested in this for 25 years, and now you talk about it. I voted to protect our coastline, and nobody can say that bill isn't right.
Even Mr. Sirota from the Surfrider Foundation said you talk a lot about the environment, and then you voted against clean water, and this bill to drill off the coast was not in the favor of our $6 billion tourism industry, our high real estate values, or the quality of life here.
Ms. Busby, who did Surfrider have carry the beach bill? Their premier bill to protect the coastline was my bill, and Surfrider gave me an award for passing that bill because they knew when it comes down to it, we may have disagreements of how we want to protect it, but we all know how to do it. Surfrider's bill, the beach bill, was Brian Bilbray's bill, and that's a bill that everybody, not on this coast, but all over this country, celebrates as a clean water bill.
And that's why the League of Conservation Voters and the Sierra Club endorsed me, because they did speak to both of us. And after speaking with both of us, they endorsed me as the candidate who will protect not only ocean, but the wetlands and our other environments and habitats that we need to do and to promote clean, renewable energy in this district and this country.
I look forward to getting involved in it.
I think we found a good hot point there, especially for the North County beaches and all. We're going to take a break. And let me say one thing in the interest of fairness. You get to call him Bob twice during the rest of the interview if you want to.